Hey, what's up everybody? It's good to have you here, and trust me, you're going to feel this one. You've probably heard the name Q600F before, but you haven't heard it, not the way it actually comes alive in a room that's ready for real sound. This is for the kind of person who doesn't just sit in front of a screen, you listen. You catch details others miss. You know when a soundtrack feels flat or a scene should give you goosebumps and doesn't. You've outgrown compromise. Once you feel this level of performance, every other setup starts to feel like a promise you're still waiting on. Before anything else, take a beat to check current price and stock. This model moves quickly, and you don't want to be the one refreshing later wondering why you waited. You knew it was time to upgrade the moment you turned up volume hoping it would feel better, not just louder. Maybe you've got family members texting you to lower it down, or you're straining to catch dialogue that sounds like a whisper. That's the point where you realize your old gear isn't letting you into the moment, it's keeping you at arm's length. Switching to this changes that. The first time I hit play, I felt relief, like someone finally turned the lights on in the sound. SpaceFit Sound Pro tuned itself to my room without me lifting a finger, and suddenly every channel felt intentional, right where it should be. Dialogue wasn't buried. Atmos overhead felt real. The low end from the subwoofer hit deep without bleeding into the neighbor's walls. Game nights didn't just sound louder, footsteps, ricochets, and engine roars felt like they were mapping out the space around me. Movies didn't just play, they unfolded. Music felt unified, like each instrument had its own place in the air. Even those random streaming clips suddenly sounded like someone actually cared about how they mixed sound. And look, if you're hesitating because you're thinking, is this overkill for my room? Let me flip that for you. Once you hear how naturally this fills space, something weaker starts to feel like you're holding back. You'll find yourself comparing every other soundbar you've used to this one, and always circling back. Don't wait for weird price swings or stock dips. With premium audio gear like this, delay is regret wrapped in I should have done it sooner. You might wonder if all this processing and syncing with your Samsung screen is just marketing talk. But that's exactly the surprise, it isn't. Q-Symphony actually blends channels in a way where your TV speakers and soundbar stop fighting and start performing like a team. You don't just add volume, you add dimensionality. Owning this makes you feel different when you sit down to watch. You're not adjusting settings, not guessing if the next scene will sound better. You're present. That's the pride of premium audio, it turns passive watching into active listening. You get sound that fills the room naturally instead of just blasting the front. You get clarity that makes dialogue feel like human speech again. You get spatial depth where effects feel placed around you, not just in front of you. You get a sub that rumbles with authority without turning your couch into a trampoline. And you get consistent performance no matter what you're watching. Sure, it's not the smallest thing you've ever owned, and once you hear it you'll notice the difference every time you go back to a lesser setup. But that's the point, once you've felt the difference, you don't want to go back. At some point, you stop sifting through specs and realize you've already been circling the same choice, the one that instantly sounds right. So check the price, see if it's in stock, and if it is, go for it. Don't let this become one of those upgrades you think about months from now and wish you hadn't put off. You're ready for it, and your future self will thank you.